Shenanigans again.
And
never actually run the bar.
It's probably the raciest.
It's not racist. It's
raciest. Like kind of like the. Jesus, you thought I said racist.
It's the racist.
Hey everyone,
Hi.
My name's Alicia.
And I'm Aaron.
And this is Adulting Midwest Style, where we talk about all the things related to adulting.
Yep. So this week I have the old classic Tyranina IPA Bitter Woman.
Nailed it, you guys. Nailed it. Here, you got that. And I am changing it up this week. I have to read off the bottle because I don't even know what I'm trying. 400 Honey Ale Golden Blonde from Titletown Brewing. I did sip on it when Aaron had it the other night for pizza night.
Way over.
Nailed it. And so I know I like it. But cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, everyone. Anyway, so this episode this week, we thought we would share kind of our top 5 all-time favorite TV shows.
That together.
Yes.
We collabed
TV shows, because there's obviously ones that I watch that he doesn't like and vice versa.
Not necessarily I don't like. It's just that I don't pay enough attention or I'm not sitting there every single episode.
He doesn't care to watch episodes all the way through. He might come in and out.
Mm-hmm.
There's definitely ones that I don't prefer that he watches too, which this might be unpopular, but I don't like to watch SpongeBob.
You haven't even gotten into the good episodes yet. You just watched
I'm still trying. I'm still trying to watch it with him, but I just not a fan. I'm sorry. But anyway, that's not what this episode's about. Top 5 all-time favorite episodes between the two of us. And you want to get started or me?
Yeah. Number 1, Parks and Rec.
Parks and Rec. I mean, if you haven't watched Parks and Rec, you're like hardcore missing out.
Yeah. It's essentially the same sort of style as The Office, where they have little cuts to different characters, and it's based around a Parks and Recreation department in a fictional Indiana town,
Pawnee.
Yep. And just the whole show just gets better and better.
Yes, it's Chris Pratt's, like, I would argue, like, first like
gig
that he like freaking nailed.
Yeah, he was not like a main character. He was like also starring Chris Pratt.
He was like a guest star in the first season, and then obviously they had to keep him because he was like too funny to get rid of. But anyway, definitely watch that. It's on, I heard like just yesterday that it's on Netflix for just another month, and then it's like going kaput. So you'll have to watch it on Hulu, or I don't know if it's on like live TV, because we only stream. So I don't know if it plays on like cable or something. But
if you had to pick like one episode, if they've never seen this before,
Snake Hole Lounge,
which I believe is called The Fight.
I think so too, because I've rewatched it multiple times because it's just so effing hilarious.
Yeah, it's season 3. I don't know what episode, but
I don't know.
It is like the epitome of a, like, if you've never seen the show before, watch that one. Yeah.
It's similar, like Aaron said, it's similar to The Office in the style, but it's also similar in that you have to get through the first season in order to get into like...
First, it's when Brandanowitz leaves, so the second season.
Yeah. But you have to get through the first one and just like power through it just so you get the background. And then you can get the whole gang, and it's just gets funnier and funnier. So definitely watch that. Again, I think it'll only be on Hulu come, like, I don't know, in a few weeks or something. But, I should mention, yes, I am a night shower, so that's why my hair is sopping wet right now and in a bun. So sorry, not sorry. And that might be unpopular, actually.
Yeah.
Comment below if you're a night shower like me. I prefer to sleep in the morning.
Also, comment down your top 5 favorite shows.
For sure.
Especially if they relate somewhat to us. But I guess getting on to the next one is Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Yes. Freaking hilarious.
Just all the different characters, all the different...
Andy Samberg is like the main character and arguably one of your favorite actors, I would say.
He's...
Because you liked him in all of his his singing career.
Oh, like Lonely Island and stuff.
Yeah, you know all of those freaking songs.
Lonely Island's great, but like also like Hot Rod is one of those terrible movies that like it's like a Sharknado. Like you watch it just to be hilariously like disappointed.
He showed it to me for the first time. Hot Rod, a little off topic here, and I at first was like, "This is so dumb." Like it's dumb.
That's the point.
And then by the end, I've seen it now like a handful of times. I think it's funny. I'd rewatch it again. But he's the main character in Brooklyn Nine-Nine. And I think that's on both Netflix and Hulu. I think I usually just watch it on Hulu, so I get to watch the newer episodes. So funny. I think
there's so many different seasons, so it's going to take a while to actually binge watch. I think it's
like 8 or 9 seasons now. I'm trying to think. I can't remember. Somewhere in that region.
Parks and Rec was 7, if you were curious. This one was 9.
So most of these 10. Are binge-worthy, if you will, if you haven't seen them. But Brooklyn Nine-Nine is like... We should mention Brooklyn Nine-Nine and Parks and Rec are directed by the same person, and I figured out that almost all of my shows that I like rewatch are directed by him. I stupidly can't remember his name right now.
No.
Excuse me. Burps. I mean, you're gonna get it every episode, but anyway. So Brooklyn Nine-Nine is based in a police station, and they obviously. The stories and stuff that they come up with are so like not gonna happen.
But also it's like a police station. They're supposed to be detectives and whatnot, but then they'll just have episodes where none of them leave the station or do any work. They just do something ridiculous.
Yes, the Halloween episodes are good ones. The Halloween heists, and then I always liked the ones. Oh, what was I gonna say? Oh, I always like the beginning of the episodes too. What is that called?
Like the pilot, the cold opens.
Yes, the cold opens. You gotta go on YouTube and just search Brooklyn Nine-Nine cold opens just to get like a taste of like their comedy. It's so funny.
I hate to revert back, but the literal reason why we started watching Parks and Rec was that sort of. It was like the cold opens / bloopers / like I just watched it and I was like crying laughing. It was so funny. And I was like, you know what? Why don't we watch this together? And it became one of our favorite shows.
Yep. I mean, I don't think he has. I probably watched Parks and Rec like all the way through a solid 7 times.
Yeah.
Like Maternity Leave. I think I even watched it twice all the way through.
In 3 months.
Yeah. But anyway, so that's a solid one. And none of these, they're not in a particular order, we should say. They're just top 5. I'll say our next one.
Okay.
Our next one is Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Now, this one, Aaron introduced me to because he heard it from his friend.
Yeah.
Ben, right? Yeah. And I wasn't sure about it at first because, again, the first... few seasons were a little like meh.
So this one has Danny DeVito in it.
He didn't get into the second
season, and that's when it really started taking off in hilarity. Charlie Day is in it.
Oh, he's so funny. It's kind of the actors that are in it. I had never heard of them before except from Danny DeVito and maybe Charlie Day. I don't know but they're all hilarious. I think it's only on Fox, I want to say, and then only on Hulu. And there's like, how many seasons? Like
15.
15 or 16. Again, another binge-worthy show. But this one is predominantly, they own a bar in Philadelphia.
And shenanigans again.
And
never actually run the bar.
It's probably the raciest.
It's not racist. It's
raciest. Like kind of like the. Jesus, you thought I said racist.
It's the racist.
No, it's probably the more like
dicey. Sort of
dicey humor. Commentary, and but it's still so funny, and we would highly recommend that. That's on again Fox and Hulu. I'm trying to think. I think one of the actors has his own show called Bio, or what is it? Something Bio on TV.
Where he's a teacher.
He's a teacher in biology, like a sub. But yeah, we highly recommend that one. That's a solid one to binge watch. And again, it's just set in a bar. So we obviously enjoy that concept. I'm going to take a sip.
What's awesome about that is that they'll make references to past like episodes or like little snippets, but you could watch season 7 episode 5.
You can start at any time and not feel like you're lost or anything. But
there's no like plot.
Not really.
It's only, per episode there's a little plot.
So yeah, those were our first 3 that we really like. Our next one is Schitt's Creek, which, by the way, they killed it at the Emmys this year. I think they got all of their top awards. Yeah, which was awesome to see because they're like a little show compared to the other ones. So it's kind of nice to see and not that they were underdogs, but it was cool to see them win all of the awards they were up for. Yeah, but this one I didn't know anything about until a coworker mentioned it, and I don't know, I started watching it and I was like, Aaron, you got to watch this with me. I think you'll like it. And then obviously he got hooked on it. And this one is, do you want to kind of explain that?
Yeah, so it's an extremely rich family, like billionaire type family that loses everything.
Yep. Literally in the first episode.
The first episode is them being evicted from their mansion. Yeah. So there's this giant family, and out of like some sort of like funny birthday gift, he bought his son a town
called Schitt's Creek.
And so they move there, and they have to live in a motel because this is like a rinky-dink, rundown, middle of nowhere, like a 100-person town. Yeah.
So essentially, like, that's the concept. They have to get used to living like on nothing in this like shit town that they now have to call home because they have like nowhere else to go. And it just like the humor in it, the writing of it, I mean, it's so
the different
funny.
Characters and their little like
it's so funny. And 3 of them are Levy. The 3 of them are related.
The American Pie dad.
Yeah, which is Dan Levy. No. Dan Levy is the writer. Right. The dad is...
Oh, boy.
Oh, man. American Pie dad.
Yeah, the American Pie dad.
I only know Dan Levy because he killed the writing, and he's just like probably one of my favorite like actors now. I got my sister hooked on it, Danielle, and that's definitely one of her favorite shows and actors too. But it's essentially just watching them kind of grow together in this poorish town. And just like, again, the writing is phenomenal. I'd argue that it's probably one of the best in between any of the shows that we watch. And this one is available on both Netflix and Hulu, I think. I just watched it on Netflix, which I can't wait to watch the final season. I have yet to watch it. Right. And it's been killing me, but I think it's coming out in November, so just a few more weeks, because I think...
Which would leave plenty of time to binge watch it.
Yes, binge watch that one too. All of these are so binge worthy. Just do it. You won't regret it. But yeah, so that's a great one. And again, it doesn't border on like a racist. racy, dicey humor, just a smidge, not terrible. But if that's, I mean, I'm all about commentary. I think both are comedy shows, which is our main things. I do have some like scarier shows that I watch without him, which I'll mention later. But Schitt's Creek is definitely a comedy if you're into.
And you can just say like, ew, David.
Yeah, ew, David. And then Moira, I mean, she's the mom in it, and this woman made up her whole, like a whole accent. Like, I can't even like try to, like, she says baby, like, bebe. And like, and she's clearly like, they're from the same area. So it's just like the humor of the fact that she has like a random accent that nobody else in her family has is just hilarious. Again, worth a YouTube search on just looking up like bloopers or scenes from the show if you're not sure.
Moira is the mom from
Home Alone.
Home Alone and Malcolm in the Middle? No. Different mom.
Definitely, though, she is the mom in Home Alone. I know that one.
Kevin!
Yes. She's, yeah.
I also heard that, like, no one on the show knew she was going to do this accent until her first speaking part.
She, like, did it. And then, obviously, it's stuck. And it was, like, it's definitely one of the top, like, 3 best parts of the show is that she just has this fucking random accent that she it's not even like from somewhere. It's not British. It's not country. It's like
her own.
It's just Moira.
Yep.
But do you want to say the last one or should I?
Yeah, it's New Girl. Fantastic show. Yes. Again, comedy.
And he's saying that. So guys, if you're watching it, this episode,
it's based around like 5
friends.
Well, 5 friends, 4 dudes and 1 girl.
Yeah.
So,
well, it's 3 dudes and 1 girl who live in the same place, and then there's other people that live not in the apartment with them. But essentially, it's about this girl who moved in with 3 roommates, all guys who are already friends, and they just needed someone to move in.
Zooey Deschanel.
Yes, she is awesome in it. But it's just about their dynamic, living all together and growing in friendship and everything. But again, the comedy is so funny. All of these are comedies. So if you're into that and you need a new show to watch, it's on Netflix for sure. I don't know if it's on Hulu, but Netflix for sure is where I watch it. And I think the show is done now. It doesn't have any new episodes. So I think all of their seasons are on Netflix. Again, I think there's 6 or 7. So
again, another show where you could pick one episode in the middle of one season and you wouldn't.
I mean, there's some like relationships that you may like be like, if you just started randomly in the middle, you'd be like, oh, like they're together here and well, whatever. But that's a good one. And guys and girls can watch it. New Girl is good for everybody. So
it is very humorous.
Yes. But now let's get into the shows that didn't make the cut because they're not necessarily Aaron's top 5 that I watch. He will like sneak peeks on some of them, but he's not like hardcore, like don't fucking watch it without me.
I don't think I've ever like glanced at a show that you were watching. I was like, ugh, this one. Like I've never, I've always been like somewhat interested in what's going on in what she's watching. But it's never where I am.
Don't watch the episode or don't watch it without me type of thing. So first things first, these are going to vary in like genre a little bit here. We'll start with the one that Aaron does enjoy for the most part so that we can transition here into just me. Dave on Hulu.
Mm-hmm.
That one, my coworkers kind of turned me on to it. It's only got 1 season on Hulu, and it's about a rapper who Aaron told me is an actual rapper.
Actual rapper.
I didn't know that.
Little Dicky.
Yeah.
Who is a white Jewish kid.
Yep, for lack of a better word, it is. And again, kind of dicey comedy, but it's super entertaining, super funny, and it was just one that we randomly were like, I need a show to watch. My coworker said this is good. I watched the first 2 or 3 episodes, and Aaron would like peek in here and there, and then we ended up rewatching the first 3 and then finished it. So there's only 10 episodes, so not binge worthy, but still worth the watch if you're needing something.
I'm really banking on a second or a third season.
Yeah, I haven't heard.
It kind of left with a cliffhanger.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, we don't know if it's going to come up with a new season. But if you need something to just quick watch, I think they're just 20-ish minutes.
I thought they were hour episodes.
Were they?
Or like 45 or...
up in there on that. But only like about 10 episodes and only one season. So if you need something quick to watch over the weekend that you don't know what to watch, worth the watch. So now the next few episodes or shows that I'm going to say are kind of more me.
Oh, can we mention The Office? Like, that could have been in our top 5.
It's
very mainstream. It's very good.
It's very good. And again, it's by that director that's still Parks and Rec and Brooklyn Nine-Nine. And obviously everybody's seen it. If you haven't, then you're like hardcore missing out.
Steve Carell.
You're just missing out on like any sort of comedic joke that people say. I feel like there's so many like things that people quote from that you'd just be missing out on. So just go watch it. I know it's not on.
Yeah, they took it off as something.
Netflix, I'm pretty sure. So you might only be able to watch it on TV or on a different streaming service that we don't have. So that's why we didn't mention it, because we don't really have it.
Yeah, we only have Netflix and Hulu.
Yeah, so we didn't mention it. It definitely would make our top 10. Like, it probably would be our sixth one.
Easy.
But since we can't really watch it anymore, we kind of took it off. But anyway, so now let's get into the shows that didn't make the cut, but are definitely in my top, like, 10.
Yeah.
That were kind of, if Aaron wasn't, like, putting in his input, if we weren't doing, like, a collab top 5, they'd probably be in mine. But, my foot's asleep. I'm switching. Okay. So first one, which is kind of like completely off base from like the comedy shows, is The Great British Baking Show on Netflix. Oh. It's only on Netflix. And I mean, it's when you don't want to watch comedy, you don't want to watch your scarier shows, you just need something to watch. It's fantastic.
Yes. And I don't watch baking shows. I kind of poke fun at your like Halloween baking shows or
I watch those
Christmas baking shows. But like the British about it is
the Britishness about it.
Like, they make things that like you're like, I don't even know what that spice is.
No. Well, and they say, obviously, because they all have the accent, they say like basil, like basil, and like soggy bottom is like a common phrase there.
Got a bit of a soggy bottom.
And it's just, I already love the accent in general. I'm a Harry Potter fan. I got a Harry Potter shirt on and Harry Potter socks. But
I don't. I'm wearing a yellow shirt.
Gryffindor.
Sure.
But anyway, so definitely one of my favorite shows. If I don't want a comedy or a scarier show, that's what I'm putting on. I'm waiting for another season. I don't know if another one will come on Netflix. I really haven't heard with everything happening this year. I just don't know if shows are really gonna, I don't know. So that though has, I believe, 9 seasons. So again, another good show to watch if you're not really knowing what shows to watch. Good one to watch or add to your watch later. Another one quickly, Working Moms. Mm-hmm. This one, if you are a new mom, going to be a mom, even dads, this is a great show.
There's boobs.
Yes, there are some.
I think the first time I ever saw this show, I was playing Xbox or whatnot, and I glanced at TV and there was just tit.
Yep, there are boobs, but it was because they were in like a birthing class. That's always like the first scene of the show is this birthing class, and it's the same. Like, I think there's 4 main moms in it that they kind of just bounce between, like, to follow their stories and whatnot. Mm-hmm. But it is so funny, so relatable.
It is funny, and I've watched like a few full episodes.
Yeah, he's definitely watched a few, dabbled here and there, but again, not watched probably the thing all the way through. I've watched, I think it's 3 seasons that they have on Netflix right now, and it's Netflix only. So sorry if you don't have Netflix, but it's a great show. And again, it's just so relatable if you're like a new mom or going to be a mom. Just watch it. It's so good. And then the next ones are kind of like my more like scarier shows, if you will. And I'll just whip them out. It's You on Netflix, which is a Netflix only show. Dead to Me, Netflix only. And then Killing Eve, which I watch on Hulu. But I don't think it's on Netflix. I think it's only on Hulu. And then I think that is on TV. So yeah, You, Killing Eve, and Dead to Me. All my more like scarier shows, if you will. They're not funny or anything.
Mm-hmm.
And those are great ones to watch. Obviously, Hugging a Pillow, not by yourself at night, if you're like me and paranoid as shit. But still worth a watch. Great storylines. I wouldn't watch them if they weren't.
These are ones that you would have to watch, like, episode 1.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you can't skip around in these ones. They definitely have a plot that you have to follow. So start on season 1, episode 1. But great shows. You is about a guy who doesn't think he's a stalker, but he, like, for shiz is. And 2 seasons are on Netflix right now. Just finished the second one probably a few months ago. And then Dead to Me has 2 seasons as well. And that's about, I don't know, Christina Applegate and Velma from the real life Scooby-Doo that I can't think of her name right now. Shit.
Velma. She's
Velma from Scooby-Doo. Linda something. I know that's her name, but anyway, they're the main characters, and one kills the other's husband and then becomes best friends with her. And then Christina Applegate kills her ex-husband. I don't know. It's a hot mess, but they help each other. They still love each other, and they try to cover up each other's crimes.
Mm-hmm.
Which sounds lame. I'll give you that by my explanation because I did a shit job. But
it's a good show.
Yeah, entertaining. And I honestly was skeptical about it at first. I'll be honest. But, yeah, so still watch that. And then the last one, Killing Eve, has, I can't think of her name, Grey's Anatomy woman, the Asian on Grey's Anatomy. I can't think of her name. I'm so sorry. She's a fantastic actor.
Actress.
She does actress.
Man, what is her name?
I can't think of it. I feel terrible too.
I'm usually terrible with like celebrity
names. So bad with names. I'm so good with recognizing faces though, but names are just like freaking out the door for me. Anyway, she was in Grey's Anatomy. Obviously hasn't been for a while, but she's on Killing Eve. She's like the main character along with this other woman who does an amazing job playing a freaking crazy serial killer.
Isn't she Russian too?
I don't know what she actually is because I've heard her do multiple accents on the show.
Okay, so she's kind of like that, like multinational spy.
Yeah, she does such a good job playing a serial killer. And the whole concept is the woman from Grey's Anatomy. I'm so pissed. I can't think of her name. She is trying to catch her. Like, she's like hunts serial killers, I guess. Not really like a bounty hunter type of thing, but more just like she's a part of like a community that tries to find these people and like interrogates them and blah, blah, blah. And so the whole concept is her trying to get her and capture her and put her in jail essentially for killing all these people. But anyway, those are definitely the shows that I would put in my top 5, 10 that kind of probably would have made the cut if it was just me doing it.
We didn't collab.
Yeah, we collabed though. But yeah, so we thought this was a fun episode to do because with like new shows starting back up this season and everything like that, which honestly, I don't even know if there's too many premieres on TV.
Yeah, I don't know if they were able to do that or not.
I'm sure there's a few that were able to, and they just did it like very safely and everything. But we just thought that with the premieres happening, 'tis the season, we thought we'd share our favorite TV shows to kind of...
And just to recap, our top 5, Parks and Rec, Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I have to read it off the little...
It's Always Sunny,
It's
third.
Always Sunny.
New Girl.
And...
Did you say Schitt's Creek?
Schitt's Creek.
We suck. All right, those are the top 5. Definitely watch them. All 5 of those are binge worthy. So if you haven't seen them, you're missing out. Go watch them. They're either on Netflix, Hulu, or both because we only stream in this household. Mm-hmm. So definitely go see those. But we hope you enjoyed this episode.
Yeah.
I don't know. We hope you have a great week. We hope you enjoyed our beer. I enjoyed this beer.
I hope you enjoy the recommendations. And if you have any recommendations that...
To have us watch, again, only Netflix and Hulu, so keep that in mind.
Yeah, we don't have cable. We got rid of that.
Based on like the genre you heard from us, comedy is our main collaborative.
Comedy, but also kind of, she's kind of into the spooky serial killer type Criminal Minds.
It's cute. But so if you have any recommendations, definitely comment below or DM me at Adulting Midwest Style on Instagram. We're also now on Twitter.
Yep.
So definitely send us anything, any recommendations, any content ideas. Again, feel free to let us know. Please subscribe to us on YouTube, like this video, give us a 5-star rating if you listen to us on podcasts. And we hope you have a great rest of your week. Yep. Happy Monday.
Cheers.
Cheers.
I'm all out.
I just spilled. Oh, you're all out.
Yeah, I'm all out.
Yeah, this was pretty good.
Nice.